Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. We would like to say thank you for coming to our presentation today. It's great to see you all. In this presentation, we will discuss about the effect of green open space on temperature changes in Surabaya. The next presenter is Kurnia.
Okay, and before we will introduce our crew member, first Azizah, and second Setyawan Basuki, and the last Kurnia Marika, Gadis Kirana. Okay, green open space is an allocated area or land or cluster whose use is more open where plants grow, both those that grow naturally or those that are intentionally planted. The proportion of green open space in an area is at least 30% of the city area, consisting of 20% public and 10% private. Public green open space is green open space owned and managed by the city or district government that is used for the benefit of the community in general. And private green open space is green open space owned by certain institution or individual whose use is for a limited group of people. And the picture beside is an example of green open space. Harmony Garden in Keputi, Surabaya is an example of public green open space, and Garden and Plaza Urban and Regional Planning ITS is an example of private green open space. The existing green open space, either naturally or artificially, is accepted to carry out the following four functions. The first function is ecological function, include city lungs, microclimate regulator, oxygen producer, rainwater absorber, animal habitat provider, air, water, and soil pollutant absorber, and wind break. And the second function is social culture function, include describe local culture expression, communication media for urban resident, recreation areas, container and object for education, research, and nature training. And the third function is economic function, include sort of product that can be sold, such as flower crop, fruit, leaf, and vegetable. Some also function as part of agricultural, plantation, forestry, and others. And the last function is aesthetic function, include improve comfort and beauty, the city environment, forming architectural beauty, and creating a harmonious and balanced atmosphere between built and non-built area. In an urban area, this four functions can be combined according to the needs, interests, and sustainability of the city, such as water protection, ecological balance, and biological conservation. And there are also the benefit of green open space based on its function are divided into direct benefit and indirect benefit. Direct benefit in the sense of being fast and tangible that are from beauty and comfort and get material for sale. And indirect benefit is long-term and intangible that are highly effective air purifier, maintenance of the continuity of groundwater supply, preservation of environmental function, and all the contents of existing flora and fauna, such as biodiversity and biological conservation. And this is the number of green open space in Surabaya. The number of green open space in Surabaya is increasing every year. As you can see in the graphic, the most prominent green open space rise in 2017 from 6,900 to 7,200 units. And the next presenter is Azizah.
Okay, this is information about percentage of wide distribution of green open space in Surabaya in 2015. The Surabaya City Cleanliness and Green Open Space Service stated that the area of green open space has reached 7,356.24 hectares or 21.99% of the Surabaya city area, which has exceeded the standard 20% of green open space areas, whereas green open space consists 1% of forest, 24% of park and green line, 4% of grave, 5% of ground, 2% of residential, public and social facilities, and 61% of protected area. Next is the next slide. Next presenter is Setyawan Basuki.
Okay, the next is average temperature in Surabaya from 2014 until 2019. In 2014, the average temperature is 28 degrees Celsius. In 2015 is 27.9 degrees Celsius. In 2016, the average temperature reached 28.8 degrees Celsius. In 2017 is 28.1 degrees Celsius. In 2018, the average temperature is 28.1 degrees Celsius, and the last is 2019 is 28 degrees Celsius. From 2016 to 2019, the average temperature in Surabaya continued to decline. It means that green open space in Surabaya function optimally. We can see in the diagram in 2019, the average temperature monthly fluctuate. The lowest temperature was reached in June with a temperature of 27.1 degrees Celsius, and the highest temperature was reached in November with a temperature of 30.2 degrees Celsius. Okay, the next is the effect of green open space on temperature. Because of the green open space in Surabaya will effect to reduce carbon emission, which are the cause of hot temperature. The type of plant that can absorb carbon emission is aloe vera. With the wider green open space, the average temperature in Surabaya will also decrease. The next presenter is Azizah.
Next is data analysis. The ability of plants to absorb carbon emission is one of the reasons for the expansion of green open space in an area, including in Surabaya. The increase in carbon emission can cause global warming, which is marked by an increase in air temperature. In addition, it can be seen by the area of green open space in Surabaya, along with the slight decrease in the average air temperature every year.
Okay, the next is a question and answer session. Okay, roughly first.
My name is Muhammad Mulana. I want to ask something. There are some small increase around 1 degree Celsius in 2006, more than any other year. That usually don't goes that high, and it decreases in 1 year later. What do you think made that happen? Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Next is Sirhan.
Okay, thanks for the opportunity. My name is Kirana Fadila. I want to ask something. What do you think about the people who build their house on the green line, like on the banks of the river? And how you guys solve it as a planner? Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I will answer roughly question. I think because Surabaya in 2016 until 2021, there will be medium-term development. And in the 2016, as the first year of the development, Surabaya is not ready of the effect. One of which is carbon emission that cause a high temperature. For the next year, the temperature continues to decline because the Surabaya government is already knows to anticipate the effect of the development by expanding the green open space.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, the Sirhan question will answer by Azizah.
Okay. Yeah. I want to answer the question. There is such a thing as a river borderline as a development boundary on the banks of the river. If the building that is erected doesn't have a permit and crosses that limit, it will be given a sanction. The solution that can be offered is by offering flats by the government. How? how is your hand about the answer?
Okay, thank you. I think that's enough to answer my question. Thank you.
Thank you. The next presenter is Kurnia.
Okay, the conclusion of the presentation is green open space has the ability to reduce carbon emission that can cause global warming, so that with an increase in green open space, it can create a healthy, good, and not too high air temperature as a result of global warming.
That's us. That's all. That's all our presentation. Thank you for attention. See you next time.